Hare Krishna everyone. Today we are going to discuss on 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. We have completed around 10 slokas and we will continue the remaining 10 slokas today. Let us begin with the auspicious prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshuranmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshitarini Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta प्रपन्ना पारिजाताय तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण। Hare Krishna. So we are discussing on 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. That is the knowledge of the Absolute. Absolute means Sri Krishna and his energies. That is what we are going to discuss on this chapter. So let us see what are the topics that are present in this chapter. Let me go to the PPT. Yes, this is the 7th chapter, the knowledge of the Absolute. In this chapter, Krishna explains how he is the cause of all causes. He is the supreme person and from him comes everything. So when we understand how he is the supreme person and after understanding, realizing that Krishna's position when we surrender unto him, then we come out of this cycle of birth and death. Yes, these are the sections in this chapter, 7th chapter. So there are two sections. The first section is knowing Krishna as the object worth supreme attachment. This is the first one. Understanding the position of Krishna. Why is Krishna the supreme? And realizing his supremacy is the first section. And the second section is surrendering to Krishna as an ultimate liberation. Which means the first section is a theory and the second section is application. What is the theory? Theory is that Krishna is the source of everything. Krishna is the supreme. That is the first theoretical point. Second section is the application of the theory. Okay, when we understand the position of Krishna, what do? We surrender unto him. One who understands it surrenders unto Krishna. What happens if one doesn't surrender? All these things are discussed. And what happens if someone surrenders unto some other person other than Krishna? What will happen? That is also discussed. So all these things are discussed in the second section. So we have completed first section. First section contains the glory of the knowledge about Krishna. Krishna says, now I am going to explain you about that knowledge, about how my devotees completely surrender their mind, intelligence, and their full consciousness they give unto me, and without any doubt, they fully surrender unto me. Such devotees attain me. So how do they attain me and what is this? He's going to explain. And he's explaining that this knowledge that I'm going to give you, that is both numinous and phenomenal, which means both material and spiritual. The complete knowledge that I'm going to explain you. And after knowing this, There's nothing remaining left for you to be known. Everything is known completely. So that is that Sri Krishna, he's the origin of everything. He is the Sarva Karana Karanam. When we understand that Krishna is the cause of everything, whatever that is included in this everything comes from Krishna. So when we know Krishna, then we know which is coming from Krishna, that is everything. In that way, we need to understand the position of Krishna. And then Krishna says, from me comes the material world, from me comes the spiritual world, and after that, they dissolve again in me only. Just like the thread, the pearls are present, are supported around a thread. In a jewelry, pearls jewelry, when we see, we only find pearls outside, but internally there's a thread passing through the pearls that is supporting that. So just like that, everyone, material, spiritual, everything is dependent on Krishna. We don't realize it. We don't understand the thread. But that thread is Sri Krishna. He is the base. He's the that one person upon whom everything rests, takes the support. Without Krishna, nothing is there. So Krishna explains the first point that Krishna is the source of everything. And second point, he explains that Krishna pervades everything. This is an interesting point that we have discussed yesterday. That is, for example, there is a man who is in the desert, who is looking for water. He finds some drops here and there, but that is not fulfilling his thirst. After a long search, he understands, or somehow someone tells him that there's a pond or lake nearby, there's an oasis from which all these water drops are coming. Then he goes to that water pond and then he fulfills his thirst. Similarly, we also in this material world, we are looking for eternal happiness, satisfaction, nitya trupti, eternal happiness. This ananda is not present everywhere. We are going to money, we are going for fame, for families, family responsibilities, for children, taking care of children, or studying perfectly, getting IITs, big companies, cracking toughest exams, going for foreign studying, everything we are doing. But everywhere at the end, that dissatisfaction remained. Though if you get some satisfaction because of attaining something, that doesn't last for a long time. That is not eternal. That's not long lasting happiness. We are eternal beings. So we seek for eternal happiness. So that's why this man is not able to fulfill his thirst by small drops. Similarly, we also in our life not able to fulfill our satisfaction. Fulfilled satisfaction is not there in all these things, but that is actually fulfilled when we come to that pond. That pond is Sri Krishna. Just like all these water drops are coming from this pond, there's some storm because of which the pond sprinkled some water droplets near this guy. So similarly, Krishna is the Adi. All the things that you are getting attracted to in this material world, they are coming from Sri Krishna. So when we see all these attractive things, Hare, this girl is very beautiful. Hare, that boy is very nice. Hey, see, look at him. Ambani is very richest person in that India. Elon Musk is very intelligent. So similarly, we get jealousy. We get attracted to a lot of things. We want those things. We want to be the topper. We want to be the richest. We want big buildings, beautiful wife or nice husband or nice family. All the things we need to be perfect in our life. We are looking for everything, but we need to see that the attraction of those things is coming from Krishna. Krishna is the Sarva Akarshiti iti Krishna. Krishna name itself implies that he is the attractive, he is the attraction of everything. He attracts everything. Even Christians, Muslims, everyone, animals, species, everyone is attracted to Krishna, but they don't know properly. Just like that, here, these droplets, we are looking for the drops. If we are offering this pond also, we are rejecting because we don't know the value of the pond. Similarly, they don't know that position of Krishna. When one realizes the position of Krishna as this, then they will give up all these droplets. So in that way, Krishna is present everywhere. The slokas are, I am the power among the powerful people. I am the intelligence among the intelligent people. I am the ability in man. I am the taste of water. I am the light of sun and moon. In this way, everywhere Krishna is present. So we need to understand our attraction in this material world is coming from Krishna. Okay, this girl is very beautiful, huh? If this girl is only this much beautiful, how much beautiful Sri Krishna would be there? So we need to understand in that way. So that will help us understand the supremacy of Krishna. So this section, the first section of 7th chapter, knowledge of the absolute, explains about the position of Krishna as a supreme person of the Godhead. Our mind is very, very unstable. To make this mind stable, we need to have something in our mind. Otherwise, this will not sit. Just like the children, they are always running here and there. If you give something, some phone or something to sit and play, they'll sit and play. So similarly, our mind also chatters. Hey, come to this movie. Hey, we'll go up and we'll play with all other people, or we'll go and we'll roam here and there. We'll go to second show, or we'll watch some Big Boss in TV. Something. We'll go and play cricket. Sunday came, so let's go and chill with all our friends. Or if girls are there, then they will say, we'll go and let us chit chat. Example, I'm saying, I'm not doing anything gender bias. Example. So in this way, mind keeps on chattering. Let's do that. Let's do this. So for this mind to be steady, we need to keep something in this mind. That something, that object that is capable to have in this mind. The worthy object of our mind is Sri Krishna. You know how many names Krishna has? Thousands and thousands and thousands of names. You know how many pastimes Krishna has? Thousands and thousands. Ananta Koti, Brahmana Nayaka Krishna is. And similarly, his Leela is Ananta. Hari Katha Ananta, Hari Ananta, Hari Nama Ananta, Hari Guna Ananta. Everything is infinite. So many. You want to gossip? You can go to Krishna's pastimes. You will get a lot of stories to discuss, to chit chat. Uh, you want to sharpen your brain? Krishna has spoken so much in Bhagavad Gita that even the greatest of the scholars couldn't understand. Even Einstein was not able to understand completely about Sri Krishna's Bhagavad Gita. Read Bhagavad Gita. So you want to you want some funny stories, that is also there in Krishna's childhood pastimes. So in this way, whatever you want, everything is there in Krishna. Actually, whatever as I said, everything that is attracting us in this material world, that is coming from Krishna. Someone is expert, that is coming from Krishna. If the son is expert, that expertise is coming from his father, maybe by behavior or by genetics. So similarly, the greatness of all the children of Krishna in this material world, everywhere, different species are there, different beings are there, different objects are there. Everything is inherited from Krishna. We are all energy of Krishna. That's why the greatness goes to Krishna. He is the supreme person. So the worthy mind, the unstable mind, to make it sit somewhere calmly, peacefully, steadily. Okay, now you are telling to your mind, okay, mind, till now whatever happened, that happened, let it be. Now you go and sit there. Don't disturb me for 1 hour. Now I want to do something. So if you want to do like this, if you want to tell your mind like this, you want to give mind something. Then only it will go and sit. Otherwise, it will come to you and it will pull your shirt. Give me something, give me something, give me something. Continuously working. Even when you are sleeping, it is working. So to give your mind something worthy, that is Sri Krishna. When you give something to Krishna, something to your mind, then that will uh, listen to your words. Otherwise, you have to listen to that mind words. Mind is like your first child. We are still young, but we already have a child inside us. That is our mind. So to control your child, give some beautiful, worthy thing, that is Krishna, to it, then mind will be fulfilled, satisfied, fully satisfied. Okay, now we understood that Krishna is a supreme, and after understanding that, what happens? One surrenders. Why one surrenders? That is given in 13, 14 shlokas. So let's see what is there in that 13, 14 shlokas. Okay. So 13, 14 shlokas I'm opening. So 13, 14 shlokas, Krishna says that there's a three modes, three gunas in this material world, that is energy of Krishna that controls everyone. So we are in a jail kind of thing. So we are prisoners. We did something wrong. We are trying to find happiness in this material world. We are trying to become God, but we are not. So that's why we are conditioned souls. Baddha Jiva. We are in Maya. So to control everyone here, Krishna has established Prakriti. Ma Prakriti, Mother Prakriti is there. Nature. So nature is represented by three modes. So everyone is controlled by these three modes. No one can come out of these three modes. Everyone thinks that I am God, I am great, I can do whatever I want, I have freedom, I have this Swatantrata. They think, but actually we have a very little freedom. Everything is under control of this nature. Nature takes care of everything. Nature controls everyone. So why is nature controlling us? You may ask. But sir, you have given the remote to nature. So that's why it is controlling. So we pick how do we get controlled. So based on that, the nature will control us. So in this way, we are in an illusion in this material world. That's why we are not able to enjoy. We are not able to be happy. So how do we come out of this? To become free, Krishna says there's only one way. We have to take shelter of Krishna. We have to surrender. When we surrender, the percentage of which that we are surrendering, that much percentage that we get that freedom back. So this is a very easy thing that we need to understand, that there's a body, हमारा शरीर है. So to be happy, to be fit, to be healthy, we need to give food to the stomach. The hands should take the food from the plate and it should give to the mouth, and that will go inside the stomach. Similarly, let me focus this word, surrender. So we also in this material world are part of Krishna, just like there's hands, fingers, legs, eyes, mouth, tongue, ears, everything is there. The body is complete. Similarly, Krishna, we are all parts of Krishna. We are all small, small parts of Krishna. So when will we all be happy and fit and healthy is when Krishna is like stomach. Krishna is the root. Krishna is the bija. Aham bija pradapita. He says, I am the seed giving father. I am the seed of all existence. Krishna says. So when we feed Krishna, when we give Krishna, when we love Krishna, when we take care of the stomach, then stomach will take care of all whole body. Similarly, Krishna, when we surrender to Krishna, then all the parts, everything, all the creation will be working in a proper way. But when we all are taking care of Krishna, when we are surrendering to Krishna, if one part of that body goes for strike, the mouth says, no, I will not give to the stomach. Why I have to give? I am only the head. The head, if you see, head is the top. That's why it has a lot of ego. And the legs are down, the hands are also down, but the head is top. So that's why the head will say, hey, I am the top. Why are you telling me to give something to the stomach? No, I will not give to the stomach. I will only take. I will not enter this food inside that stomach. I will only keep it in the mouth. I will chew, I will not give it inside. So if you do like this, then after sometimes the body becomes weak because it's not taking any food. So after that, all body parts will become weak. So similarly, when we go for strike, when we say, no, I will not surrender to Krishna. I am only Krishna. I am only God. If we do like this, after some uh, time, we realize we get into suffering. We feel very sad. We become weak, but still we are uh, so much like a childish behavior. Now we are doing that. I am only this. I am only that. But we need to surrender to Krishna, then only we'll come out of this problem. Krishna is not someone who is a strange person. Krishna is very, very close to us. So we forgot actually. That's why we are understanding that surrendering to Krishna means something very big, something very difficult. Only big, pure devotees can do. No, it's not like that. Surrendering to Krishna is we all are earlier like that only. We are part of Krishna. हम कृष्ण का अंश है. हम पहले से ही भगवान का अंश है. हमें नया कुछ करने का जरूरत नहीं. जो भी हम है वो हमें जानना है बस. We have to know that we are parts of Krishna. That's it. So when we understand, then that is surrendering. So how do we surrender? That we will see. Tomorrow we will discuss how do we surrender to Krishna. This is an interesting topic. So I request everyone to attend tomorrow also. Hare Krishna.